Also, the old classic, be sure you don't overwrite your current save file. This is for my first run, this is the practice run, this will be the Let's Play run. Awesome. Also, I love how the game does track how many times you've saved. I think that might be a reference to the old having to use like a ribbon, ink ribbon to save in Resident Evil. Maybe. Alright, sadly, well, actually, we can buy a blue orb. One thing I'll advise, if you're brand new to the game, I recommend actually topping off on blue orbs if you're able to. Outside of buying like a few key features, not quite. A few key skills for some various weapons. You know, like Stinger, stuff like that. Alright. Also, one thing you want to keep in mind too is that not all enemies are mandatory encounters. You can skip a lot of them actually. Cool. That said though, I think these ones might be mandatory, so that's why I'm just going after them. Also though, the more red orbs you get early on, the better. Alright, anything else? Chat, how are you doing today? I realize chat's been a little bit quiet for a while, but I don't expect a lot of people to turn out for this one, honestly. It's all good. This is an old game that Bob is kind of just more doing for himself. Alright, let's see. Let's see, other things. Enemies can guard and parry. One thing you want to keep in mind is that Dante is actually kind of frail in this game. Like, especially on hard mode, Dante can get down pretty quickly. It's a little surprising sometimes, actually. Like, look at that. This is normal mode. I just lost, like, a third of my health from that one combo. Holy crap. Alright. I think these enemies do stop spawning eventually, but it's gonna take a bit. This isn't that bad, though. I'm actually finding clearing them out to be pretty good at progressing things. Can we get stylish rank? Maybe. Ah, damn. Needless to say, also, this is the very first time that you actually have a kind of a game that you have a style rank of any sort. Just some historical context for you guys. Yeah, I'll take that. Now, what we do want is over here. Female in agony with a sword pierced through her chest. Wait, I can hear her voice. Eerie. I wonder if that could possibly mean anything. Definitely not. Oh god damn it, twice in one day. Dante just cannot go 5 minutes without getting impaled by someone. It's very funny. Oh wow, that's textured dirt on his skin. That's kind of nuts. And the way this one portrays it as like so spooky, with him just going exorcist with levitating off the ground and just being limp, it's very funny. Also, when you think about anatomically what he's doing here, he has to slide the hilt through his body too. Fucking ow. Jesus. You know, heart, well, he can just regenerate that through Devil Trigger anyway. It's not a big deal. And like that, ladies and gentlemen, Force Edge is now literally on the back burner for 18 missions, I think? Something like that. We are not going to use it for a good freaking while, that's for damn sure. Ah, so cool with the organ. Hello, sweet bit puppy. Alright, Owlstor gives the possessor lightning speed and aerial capabilities. These are not exaggerations. It's actually kind of it's kind of baked into the philosophy, actually. So one thing I should mention is that you can switch back to the Force Edge at any given time. But if you know anything about old Devil May Cry, you know that there is literally no reason to. Force Edge is literally the sealed Sparta, so there's no point to really do so. It's not even like how Virgil uses it in DMC 4 or 5, where he, well, I guess 4 and 3. Where there's not like special properties or anything. There's no drive moves you can do yet. So it's literally Alistor is the complete upgrade to Force Edge in every way, shape, or form. More abilities, better damage. There are actual damage values you can get in this game. It's kind of weird. Alistor, I think, actually does out damage Force Edge. And one critical thing too, it gives you Devil Trigger runes. Well, I guess it gives you Devil Trigger. In this game, the Devil Trigger gauge is portrayed as runes. I'm not entirely sure why, because Devil Trigger is like showing the true devil form of like an individual. I don't know. It's a little bit of a weird plot hole, I guess. I'm not about to look at the plot holes in Devil May Cry. I will literally be here all day trying to do that. Ooh, also, before we go too much farther. Now, oh Nelly, you want to see how old Devil May Cry can be? Let me show you boys the thing. Come over here is table. What could there possibly be, Bob? You see that thing right there? That's a shotgun. Let me tell you guys something. I missed the shotgun on my first playthrough. I am not kidding. I actually completely fucking missed it. Because how was I supposed to know you're supposed to slash this exact fucking table off in this corner on the second floor of like a seemingly unimportant freaking room? It's dumb. I don't know why they did that. There's little indication it's even sitting over here. So yeah, I literally did the whole first run without the shotgun. Made it a little hard. Not too much more so than you would expect, but still not something you want to do necessarily. Alright, now I got that out of the way. Time to continue. Also, yes, I will be using the shotgun for most of the playthrough until we get the grenade launcher. Just so you are... Can't worry about that fact. Rusty key. Ah. Okay, fine. But before we continue down that way, we want to come back over here. I'll show things with the shotgun when we have to. First of all, we'll come over here. Gotta keep things moving for Let's Play, you know how it is. Also, I love some rooms in this game. Just like this weird back room, candle still lit library area with this lion-headed woman with her tits hanging out. You know, normal. Things just kind of happen in the first Devil May Cry game. You're going to see what I mean by that pretty quickly. But I will say one thing first and foremost. I love the level design in this game. Not so much the level art sometimes. Oopsie, right? Can't go that way yet. Not so much like the level progression sometimes, but like just the art is so nice. Like everything's so distinct. Like usually if you get plopped somewhere, you can find your way out no problem. Anyway, what the hell am I looking for? Oh, yeah, right, out here. A Grim Reaper? A Grim Reaper-like devil is depicted. Should I take it? Absolutely. There's never been an instance of a shadow enemy on a painting with scissors that's ever gone wrong before. This is a Devil May Cry 5 reference if you didn't catch it. Oh my god, didn't it come out? Okay, cool. So now with the shotgun, you are pretty effectively armed for a good portion of the game. I'll get to it in the next area, but it's actually... Usually Eben and Ivory are your combo guns. Nah, this game, it's the shotgun. That might sound incredibly weird, and it is. But there's a reason for it, I guess you could say. Anyway, first we gotta come this way. Yes. Okay, we are actually going this way. First of all, there's some weird tech about the shotgun in this game. I'm gonna show it to you. First of all, it hurts a pretty good amount, as you can probably surmise. Even at range, the shotgun still does pretty decent until someone's like maybe half screwing away. It's a pretty good usable weapon. Kind of comes to the territory of only like 3 guns in the game you can use. But it gets a little more fun than that. Anyway, I think these guys are mandatory. Even if they're not, it would probably behoove me. I am levitating. As you do. But no, it probably behoove me to actually take care of these idiots first. So Devil Trigger doesn't fully transform you in this game into a complete, like standard gargoyle-looking Devil Trigger like he usually does. No, Dante starts glowing, but the Devil Trigger form only appears when he actually slashes at enemies. There is a reason for that. Anyway, not there. What we're looking for, I think this gives you a hint. God stands before thee to open the path, use thy strength to drive it back. Yeah, I should interact with these statues more so you guys can actually see some of this flavor text, because sometimes it can be kind of cool. And also does actually give you hints as to what the hell you're supposed to be doing. And here we go. Staff of Judgment. I swear some of these things look like they should be weapons, but they're not. It's kind of weird. Yeah, you take up a key, then back wall rotates. You're gonna find very quickly that this whole island's castle is just kind of like a weird thing front to back. Ah, there it is. Hey again, guys, this is a 2001 game. I'm gonna cut some slack. This is not the same year Jak and Daxter 1 came out, but pretty close. I'm gonna cut some slack here. Also, you know, the higher definition we go with these graphics, the more flawed they obviously seem as they were back then. But, you know, you need to keep that historical context in mind. Anyway, one quick fun trick. Shotgun twitching. This is a crazy bit of tech that's actually makes some enemies completely neutered. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, what I'm basically doing is I'm walking back and forth with a shotgun. If you sit still and you fire with it, relatively normal firing speed, nothing too crazy. But if you start twitching yourself back and forth while you're shooting it, you'll actually cut some of the reload animations, so you can immediately start firing again. This game has some weird, funny tech about it that can actually make it go through it pretty easy. And honestly, if I'm being real here, probably easier than some of the earlier games or some of the later games. That might sound weird, but because of these probably unintended mechanics, you can fuck up some enemies pretty fierce actually. At that point, it's just nailing the higher difficulties and you're done. You're good to go. Fucking spooters. All right, let's see. Unfortunately, we don't have the other weapon yet, so I can show off quick weapon switching, but we'll get there. Let's see where we're going. Yes, it is. Now, we have the shot. Let's see. We got the Staff of Judgment. Staff of Judgment, I think, is used not for this. Yeah, okay, so that comes later. So I'm trying to remember some of these things off the top of my head. It's a little bit tricky. Lion Door is used later. Staff of Judgment, I think, is used back. Where's Staff of Judgment used? Fuck, hang on. Trying to remember. First floor. Is that the end of the hallway? Where am I? This is the courtyard. Oh, wait, I see. Okay, hang on. I assure you guys, I have beaten this game before. It's just kind of tricky trying to talk out loud and trying to beat all this in a reasonable time. Okay, there we go, yeah. We're going the right way, enemy changed. Anyway, so the whole Judge of Death thing is actually, wait, this fucking thing changed on me. Originally, the painting there was a woman impaled by Alistor. Now it's a skeleton dude. Okay. As is normal. Still trying to figure out how I'm going to divvy up this Let's Play. Hopefully I can make... I'm going to try to give each one some breathing room, maybe 20 minutes or so. But, yeah. Anyway. Not too shabby. I know that this is still making it look like regular length missions in like DMC 304 with how it's taking 10 minutes to get through some stuff. If I remember where to go exactly for each one, this would go so much more quickly. But unfortunately, Bob's an old man. Yeah, it's taking me a little bit extra time. I'm old! Oh yeah, I just turned 30 last week. That is a cold thought. There was one. Okay. Seriously, the jump in quality going from pre-rendered cutscenes to actual in-game models is stark. Oh my god, we already showed off a little bit, huh? Yeah, some... Okay, let me open with this. A lot of this game is actually a giant allegory to the Divine Comedy. I know, Dante, Virgil, I never would have guessed. But no, it actually extends a bit further than that. I didn't realize this until reading it on it a bit further with how Hideki Kamiya and some Capcom employees actually went to like Italy or something or somewhere in Europe to actually research like texture and brickwork for like how to construct this game. And I realized more and more until while I was doing my recent playthrough that, oh my god, right. The more you go through the castle, the more hellish it actually does kind of become until you literally go to hell at the very end. And yeah, there's a certain allegory to be made there. Now that being said, I actually did read the Divine Comedy about halfway through it to completion. I was like 15. Devil May Cry was in my life. Dante's Inferno just dropped. Final Fantasy VI literally has like a giant allegory to it. There was a lot of things that pointed me to just being like, you know what, I'll read it. Why the fuck not? And kind of neat in like a... Literally it was written as like a parody of the church, I think, back in the day. Oh yeah, this wording is very funny. Go back the path. Yeah, well, the English probably actually accurate. Go back the path, and thou shalt return from the abyss with thy lion heart, and thou shalt receive the pride of lion. You can just say go backwards and you'll get the thing. It's not even that. It's not even that cryptic. It's just like, hey, go backwards, idiot. Okay. God, I love the weird skybox in this game, though. And Dante got struck with lightning and fell into the ocean. Again, things just kind of happen in this game. It's very goofy sometimes. And now we're... By the way, note how Dante is taking damage here underwater. I'm pretty sure this is underwater. Oops, I swapped my EV9 for some weird reason. There we go. Gonna switch to this. Also, yeah, no, he only switches to... The double trigger form is only shown when he actually... What am I trying to say? The double trigger form only shows up when Dante uses the slashing weapons for anything. If he shoots guns, it's still just his regular self. Until you get air raid. We'll talk about that later. Yeah? Yeah, we will. Okay. I'm trying to decide which weapons which skills I actually want to show off. Because this game can be kind of expensive with a red orb count. It's kind of weird sometimes. But alright, weird pulsing pillars aside, time to continue. And surely nothing bad can happen when we go pick up the item, right? Yeah, I know what the significance is. I probably should have done some more research into like the individual like talismans and whatnot you get in this game. Like there's some weird stuff like with alchemy and probably some like Buddhist shit. It's kind of wild what the inspiration that Kamiya had. For a Japanese man, he knows a lot about some Western mythos. Also, hello, spider. Well, I think Dante is still kind of big.
For your sake, you got something inside that big body of yours.
They just insinuate this thing's hollow. Sure, Phantom. Okay, that's literally what this thing's name is. Alright, Phantom boss fight. First of all, yes, very first boss fight you're gonna get in this series. Not actually that difficult, but Phantom is more so meant to test your basic reflexes and decision-making skills. That's really what this boss fight is meant to do. I actually think it's a fairly good boss fight for a first game, all things considered. It could be a little tough for new players to try to pick up on his patterns and like realize like you're supposed to like stay active and slash canceling stuff, but not that bad actually. Anyway, a couple quick things you want to keep in mind for trying to fight Phantom and just any boss in general. Taunting is just like so fucking free. Oh, I got hit. Oh no. Anytime you taunt, you get like up to 2 devil trigger runes back, and it's super fast. Like you can kind of just camp him a little bit, attack him sometimes, retreat, taunt again, and just kind of loop that over and over again. I'm not even kidding. This is actually kind of very free, and it's very cool. Anyway, I'm getting some little crustiness on the heat wave effects here. Kind of weird. Literally just like taunt sometimes, get 2 fucking runes back. Oh, maybe I should try timing for that. Yeah, maybe I could. Oh yeah, also remember, jumping, full invincibility frames. If Phantom jumps and he's gonna lay on top of you, try to jump like when Phantom is on his way down and you should phase right through him. Pretty handy. And yeah, sometimes he'll just get stuck on the environment here. Anytime the Stinger comes out, he's gonna be pretty unprotected on his top half of his shell here, so it's pretty easy to just like get in there and start fucking him up. If he sticks his face to the ground, run around, dodge the fire pillars, pretty easy stuff. Again, a very decent beginner boss. Definitely a bit more forgiving than Cerberus and DMC3 for sure, but only slightly. And let me see if I can do this. If he does it again. So I'm trying to show off is that you can actually reflect the fireball he shoots by slashing at it. And I still got the thing out. I think he's sticking his face in the ground. Nah, he's not. Ooh, geez, okay. He's actually kind of using the tail a little bit this time. I remember he didn't use the tail at all in my first run through, and he only did it on hard mode, so I thought that was a hard mode exclusive move. Kind of like Virgil/Nella Angela using the summon swords. Oh no, I spoiled it. Ah, there we go. I just did by accident. Hell yeah. Again, I'm making it look way harder than it actually is. Your first time through, you might be a little squeamish about jumping straight into the spider's face. Don't be. It's literally a weak point. And there we go. Literally melts through the floor in order to escape. I love that. Well, there we go. Yeah, again, if you stayed on top of him, you shouldn't be too big of an issue your first time going through this game. All right, we got the Pride of the Lion. I think you guys know what that probably correlates to.